over nature's skies. Ooh, take back your child. Take back your child.
I know, I was dancing too.
I know. Hello, everybody. Please share the show. Welcome to Women with Words. I got echo somewhere there. I don't know why I'm hearing myself. Well, anyway, welcome to everybody. We're here this evening. We have a guest who we don't know what he does. We don't know how many things he's doing. We don't know all that he's involved in, but he's going to be telling us. I think everybody knows Uncle Caleb. The children in the yard, the children at church, the children at camp, everybody knows Uncle Caleb. So the Reverend Caleb Dormah will be here. He's here. We'll be talking to him. So if you're just joining us, we want to encourage you to please share the show. I also want to say, of course, the music, every now and then I like to remember Miata family and the fact that she has given us all copyrights to this music, Oba Woman. This song was actually written for her best friend, I think in 1978. And Oba means woman, this is our time. So to enter Miata, of course, the icon, the living legend, Miata family. If there's nothing that we have copyrights to, we have copyrights to this song. We can play any kind of way we want to play it. My enter song.
My
enter song.
There you go.
So I will play her song. My enter give me this song. Give all this song here for us to play it. So of course we're gonna make good use of it. But the song is a good song. It's like every time you hear the song, it ignites you to stand at attention and listen to the message that woman, this is our time. This is the time now. If not now, then when? Okay. So we appreciate this song. We love it so much. I think this song I was dancing at my blue wedding.
Oh dear.
Hopefully, Miata, you can please hurry up and let's make sure I find a husband so that you can sing this song at that wedding. This will be our first, no, it shouldn't be the first dance. It should be the marching in. Anyway, folks, welcome to Women with Words.
Oh, we are planning your wedding.
I'm telling you.
Welcome to Women with Words. Of course, my name is, of course, the most important thing. And today I want to say it with all the zeal that's in me, because there's a lot of things going on out there in the political world. We're not here for politics, but I need to mention the fact that my father was a renowned lawyer. And so when I see lawyers doing crazy stuff, it irks me, because I know my father was a handbag lawyer. My mom always used to say, you just go collect what people kissing them all what they play, that I'm paying you for it. He said, repetition is important. He will always say, sugar lump. That's how he used to call my mom, sugar lump. Repetition is important. And so when I see lawyers and see people running around with stories and not following the law, I also want to tell you that prior to me coming to the States, I was actually going to do law. and I actually had registered at a Graham School of Law my first semester, and then of course things changed, and I had to follow somebody here. But anyway, my name is my.
You see.
I had to follow somebody here, but that's okay. My name is Glendy Junius. I am my father's daughter, and this evening I am here with my two co-hosts.
Michael Padmore.
And you're your son's son, you're your father's son?
You
Or your
know,
mother's
yes.
son?
He's a mother's son.
Your mother's I'm my mother's daughter.
There you go.
I'm Agatha Joseph, but I have to say something. When we do our intro song, we have some of the finest
Yes.
people that are part of this audience. I just have to say,
Oh,
those
yes.
pictures are to die for. Y'all
Okay,
fine. Y'all
Since
too
we're talking
fine.
about
Say
that, if I may say, there's a lady on there
Oh
that is
dear.
clean shaven. I don't know
Oh,
who
that's
she
the
is.
golden mic lady. You better know
Oh,
Ine
Jones, Internet Jones.
June.
Oh wow,
That's the golden
she
mic
is
lady.
so amazing.
Oh,
Yeah.
she
Big
is.
shout out to you, Eden May Jones. When
Yes,
I
Yeah.
saw
that
that,
is
I
our
was
golden
like,
mic.
wow, that
Oh,
is so beautiful.
we got
Yeah.
some pretty women. We got some pretty men. But y'all look at
Handsome
us. I mean,
man, yes.
I ain't ugly. I ain't ugly. I don't think Margaret is ugly. You know?
Forget about us. I'm talking about our audience. Every time, after I see your face, let me tell you people. Every time that footage runs, I'm like, good
Yeah.
looking people. But anyway, I just wanted to say that. I'm Agatha Joseph. Let's get the show started, y'all.
Yes, let's get it started. Let's get it started. And what better way to start it from? Of course, I want to start from Cindy Portier. We
Yeah.
lost an icon this week. And I wanted to just to be a part of everybody out there. Cindy Portier was the first one to receive an Oscar. Am I right? The first
Yes.
black man.
Black man.
Black man.
Black man.
The first black man to receive an Oscar was. This man has 6 beautiful daughters. And the Oscar goes to Sidney Portier. So we want to say, may his soul and the souls of all those that have departed before him rest in peace. But I want to read 3 of his quotes. 3 of his quotes that I kind of like. And actually, these quotes, one of the quotes, the second one I'm going to read is something that I say often to myself, and I've been saying it for years. The first one is, I think the way I want to think, I live the way I want to live. The second one that I love is he says, forgiveness works 2 ways. In most instances, people have to forgive themselves too. The powerful have to forgive themselves for their behavior that should be a sacred process. The last one, a person doesn't have to change who he is to become better. He just needs to be better. So those are the powerful quotes from Sidney Portier, the icon. We pray that his family will be consoled over his passing. So let's go to Agatha to talk a little bit. Of course, this month, January month, is also National Slavery and Human Trafficking Month. We want to mention that. And it's also Donate Blood Month, and it's Cervical Cancer Awareness Month. So we want to also say health is wealth. Just a little. I had to go to the doctor yesterday, follow up from my illness and all kinds of stuff. She was telling me that how I need to lose so and so pounds, how I need to eat so and so, how I need to not be drinking wine, how I need to drink water. The one that she said that is related to Agatha was, you need to walk at least 30 minutes a day. I said, oh Lord, why did I be Agatha in this office here, my people?
How is it related to me though?
You gotta exercise.
Your exercise routine.
She said, you gotta walk, Linda. You have to walk. And then she was telling me some other stuff that I was like in eye about, like, what am I talking about? Yeah. But anyway, it is good to be a health as well. We want to encourage you. Someone has asked us, I want to believe it's my daughter who asked, and I'm gonna pass it on to this. Agatha is our coach, okay? I'm just gonna call her the coach, the physical coach, whatever. So my daughter was saying maybe we should do something on the show where we do a challenge, because we have a lot of people participating that promotes health and see how many pounds people gonna lose. We can also, I told her about your page that with the 1 mile a day, we can do something here and encourage people to go there and see how many, and then challenge myself and Michael, because we're the big people here.
The big people.
Yeah, we're the big people here.
Yeah.
But we were saying maybe it would be good to do something healthy wise, to do that. So we'll think about that. We're happy that a lot of people are following us. Thank you to all of you. Oh man, that page is interesting.
Yes.
And I like
to
how
the
people
least.
just go out there and just say what's on their mind. And I can just go there and flirt a little bit and show some nice black men with short haircut and nice beard. That's flirtatious. And, and then I can show the women there too. And I can show those American guys. And it's a good page. And I think people can really relax on that page. But let's go to Akata to tell us a little bit about what we usually do on this show.
Yeah, so we got a great show today, right? You all saw the ads. We have the Reverend himself here, my own self uncle,
Mhm.
Caleb Dormah. We're gonna have our usual giveaway. We still got that $25 gift card to give away, y'all. We got to give it away today. So hopefully you watched last week's show. I have a question there. We're gonna do what's trending. As Lindy said, that page is popping. So we're gonna talk about that. And of course, my favorite, Ask Auntie. So we're gonna have our Ask Auntie question today.
Yes.
I'm really looking forward to speaking to the Reverend. So let's do this.
Let's bring him on. Technocrat, you ready? You want to bring our Reverend on?
Maybe at least you were in Liberia.
Yes.
I know. You want to bring our Reverend on? Hello, Reverend.
Hi, how are you all? How are you all?
We are good. Can you see him? Because I can't.
Yes,
Yeah,
we
I
can.
can see him.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Maybe it's
Yes.
just me.
Okay.
Yes.
No, it's not just you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we want to welcome the Reverend Caleb Dormah. This man is all around man, but I also want to say first, I want to send shout out to his wife. This man should be on his honeymoon, but he's here tonight, leaving his wife nice and warm bed to cuss and I had to cut off in the walls. So to your wife, we want to say congratulations and welcome, Caleb. Tell us a little bit. We want to start off where you telling us a little bit about who this Caleb man is. Who is Caleb Dormah? Reverend Caleb Dormah.
Who is Caleb? Caleb is a missionary to the disenfranchised. That's how first I consider myself. He's someone who I mean, everybody talk about being in ministry. I think I found my place in a very special ministry with young people, disenfranchised people. Personally, I do a lot of things with different group of young people and different group of people across the country. Who is Caleb Dormah? He's a people person. He's one of those people who is always on the run, on the go. When things, he just does what he thinks needs to be done so that other people can have a smile on their faces and can feel good about themselves. This is who I am. A missionary to the disenfranchised.
Yeah, so so that's a little bit about Caleb. I think he's being very what do I say, conservative on who this man Caleb is. But I'm telling you, he may appear very simple, but he's had a huge impact on Liberian youth. So my first question that I want to start with is, what is Caleb not doing?
What
That's the
is
easier
Caleb
question.
not
What is
doing?
Caleb not doing? Because there's so much I know this man is doing that I want to start for. What is it that you're not doing before we go into what it is that you're doing that's creating such a huge impact on Liberian youth?
Caleb, as I know, he's not doing politics. Um, for the things that I do, I mean, if you find my friends all my friends around me, they are somehow into politics, and sometimes they can wonder why I'm not getting a line. Think about it this way. Friends get into politics and then all of a sudden take different sides, and you hear them on TV, on radio as if they're fighting. And I'm saying I don't have that kind of energy to fight my friends, to fight people who I'm supposed to be at one with. You will not get Caleb to do politics. I may say some things that you think is against your line of life, work, but Caleb will not, is not, and does not intend to get into politics. This is what I am not doing, what I will not do.
So you're the Caleb you're a Caleb that enforces there's a separation between the church and the state. So you're not getting involved.
I'm not getting involved. You see, every time people talk about the fourth estate, the church is the first estate. The church was meant to be there to give direction to the second, third, and later on came the fourth estate and all of that. I honestly believe in that. When these institutions are going wrong, it's the voice of the church that is supposed to set it right. More than that, this is where the downtrodden, the impoverished, those that have been harmed along the way. In fact, the church is the one that is supposed to, it's supposed to be running with all the rape cases, all these violence in the home. I think is the church that needs to take the lead. But somehow we've sat back and allow other people to do it. And I say thank God that these other people are running with it. But I will not do politics.
Okay.
So I mean, so that's that. I mean, we all know you. We all very rarely do you see Caleb write anything political. He never does, and if he does something, it will just be it's like you have to rather push his button for him to write some a very generic message, but not aiming at any one person. So we appreciate that we can attest to the fact that you do that. So now that we know that you're not into politics, tell us a little bit about what you're into doing, what have you been doing, and what catches your heart the most? What is most important to you?
I do a lot of things,
We know that.
and yeah, one of it, I'm working with youth all across the country. I played basketball before. It, I still have the passion to see it develop better than the time that I played. To be in Liberia almost 30 years after I played basketball, and after I did something and realized that 30 years ago it was better than today, it frustrates me in the educational realm, sports, and everywhere. So I'm working with young people across the country. In fact, on Tuesday I will be in Buchanan for some of these things too. It hurts me to see how we're going back in everything. I was in the last place I went before Christmas. I was in the Southeast. We did the first Southeastern high school basketball tournament ever. I'm using these. I'm reaching out to these kids because they are our future. The Christian brother once upon the time told me, "Look, give me a child at 5, and I will give you a man or a woman at 18." These are the formative years of young people. If what we want our future to be, we have to push it in them. So I use sports as part of my evangelism tool to teach discipline, to teach teamwork, to teach a lot of things to these kids as they go. I also am into an NGO work called Zogos We Care with Zogos We Care. Let me stop here and give some appreciation.
Can you just
I
continue?
want to no, I will tell my CEO, Wendy, thank you. Thank you for that call that made so much difference in my life over the last 3 years. I want to say thank you to my niece, who is one of the pillars of my supporter. You're hustling now right there. I called the other day to tell Mr. Joseph thank you because I bother her so much, and I know when I'm bothering her, she bothers him. So thank you, Michael.
Yes, sir.
Glad to see you on. I know
Yeah.
you're in the background.
Yeah.
Look over here. We've been in the ghettos in Liberia for the last 3 years.
Yes.
In fact, when people want to know about ghetto life, they come to us. Last year we served 22,000 plates of food in the ghetto.
Wow.
We did
That's
our
amazing.
medical outreach in screening. We screened how many persons? 9,400 persons in the ghetto. This is not. It doesn't include the women and children that we took to the hospital.
Yeah.
These are carrying our medical team there. It's amazing. I look at these people, I sit with them, and I know all of you have been very concerned about me that I didn't even give up on them during the heat of the virus in Liberia. I went to them constantly. And my sister Glennie will say, Caleb, you gotta be careful. Caleb, you gotta be careful. Agata will call me and say, "You going over there again?" I mean, I felt the concern. I felt you trying to protect me, but again, there was this thing that was driving me to these people, and the thing that when I say the thing that was driving me, for me is a person who laid a passion on my heart. God did that. And I want to say thanks to my mother and my father who taught me that there's one more room for a person in our house.
That's profound.
This ministry, the work with these people have shown me a lot of compassion, have taught me that these people, maybe they are the way they are, but they are still God's children.
Yes.
We must never neglect them. We must never neglect them. And interchangeably, I will be using the word Zogo We Care and Metro Harvest, the church without walls. They are the same. One happened to be a ministry-like thing, and the other one, we use it as the NGO. Yeah. Metro Harvest. The people look forward to us coming.
Yes.
Look, we have a situation in Liberia that every Liberian needs to get to know. Statistics says today that there are 250,000 addicts, prostitutes living in the streets of Liberia.
Wow.
250,000.
Wow.
If it's not getting scary yet, nobody today has money for rehabilitation. In fact, yeah, okay, let me leave that one here. Nobody has money today for rehabilitation. Everybody is trying to economize. In fact, use the little resources we have to get their political parties, politics running. In next year, by the time we have election, honestly, I think that this population will grow to about 500,000.
Wow.
They are recruiting so much from our schools. Every school you think about in Liberia, in Monrovia, there's a ghetto next door that is recruited from the schools.
Yeah.
Wow.
There are children being born in the ghetto. There are other children who somehow are getting attracted to the ghetto.
Yep.
I mean, to the drugs, and then somehow moving to the ghetto. By the end of next year, it will be 2023. It will be about 50,000. I mean, 500,000. You don't be scared. Don't be scared. 3 years after election, people will be planning, no matter who wins. People will be planning how they will get money to do various things. I don't know how important rehabilitation will be on their agenda. This population, 3 years after election, this population might go to 1.5 million. At 1.5 million, it will be about a quarter of our population. A quarter of our population that is on drugs and living in the street, that got mental health issues, will be making decisions for us. A quarter of our population might get up one morning from their ghetto and say, because I don't see things the way you see it, I'm blocking this road. Because I think you cheated me out of this, we will start to fight everybody that is passing. More than that, it can happen in a subtle way. We think we're building fences around our house. Will our children not leave the fence to go to school, to go to the market, or to the supermarket? We will be a target. We living in fence house trying to protect our children will be the target.
Yep.
And maybe our children might just walk into it and then become victims who will come back home to us. I'm saying this to say now is the time. When we still are look, I traveled the country. At everything they call gold mine and diamond mine, where all the illicit minings are taking place, there are more drug addicts than we got in Monrovia.
Wow.
People take drugs to those places to sell to these miners. So after work, you see all of them all high, and I'm like, what is this that we are in? This is the condition that we are growing into with these people. You know, one of the reasons I was in the ghetto one time, and one of our at-risk youth asked me, "What's your organization name?" And I said, "Zogo We Care." He said, "Papi, That zogonin, when they call it can make all those bad people. So for that reason, I think I'm using Metro Harvest much more now, and all of that. When Metro Harvest gets in there, we try everything we can to make them look like human beings. So I mean, people call me from my home 2 o'clock in the morning. Oh, the pregnant girl that you carried to the clinic the last time, she ain't peeing. You got to run there to carry them to the hospital. But the amazing thing about it also is that in the ghetto, this is the place that child trafficking happens so much. So you see, the reason why we're doing some of the things that we do. What are we doing now? We've decided that we will concentrate on the babies that are in the ghetto and the young girls. These are our future. We will be working along with other people who will want to be rehabilitated. But our focus will be young women and children in the ghetto. These are the people that, I mean, you told Mikey, you told me about Joshua.
Yes.
When you told me about Joshua, my heart, I mean, my countenance changed a little bit. We took a little boy whose parents were drug addicts and fighting in the ghetto. They left this boy in the dumper. His name is, I gave him the name Joshua because I think he's a warrior. Joshua we got Joshua at the age of 3 months. Joshua is 2 years old now. In fact, next month, next week, I'm supposed to carry Joshua back to the hospital to do all his testing. Joshua have started to walk. I'm thinking about even putting him in school early at age 3. You know, there are so many. When I go to the ghetto and see these children, they live in the ghetto. They wait to be 7, 8, 9 year old to be carrier from one dealer to another.
Wow.
The young girls wait to be 10, 11, who live there. Then they hold them in the room. At age 13, they're pregnant and all of that. It's a sad story.
Caleb,
Very, very sad story. Yeah.
do you get any help from the Ministry of Gender? Are they aware of what you're sharing with us? And I know it's a rhetorical question, but Caleb needs to answer. He's living there.
I've been there several times. I've tried to I've tried to get accreditation from them. But you see, I was angry, and this is me. They say pay $75 for the accreditation, and I'm asking them, what will it do? Or I gotta. It means I gotta. When I'm accredited, it means I gotta give reports to you, and you make your report to the rest of the world, right? So you need to pay me to write your report.
Yes.
I got $75. Little Joshua and other people are there that I need to feed, that I need to do their medical. And you say, government, I'm helping. And you asking me for gosh, you asking me for $75 for registration? I told when my staff came back with it, I put the paper down and said, I don't have it. But like I said, maybe I just need to turn it over this year. And somebody told me today, Caleb, do not get vexed this year. Do not get angry this year.
Yeah, I'm not trying to bail you out of jail, Caleb.
Yeah, we're not. We're not.
You know, so I'm going to keep my cool. I'm going to try and go through it. But you see, with scanty resources, it's difficult for you to want to prioritize a child that is dying and paying this $75 to a place where you don't get a return, you know. But
Right.
I mean, we'll try this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I just want to quickly also just to kind of I hate to take all the credit or to take some of the credit. I really it really doesn't matter to me. I want to also say that when I was thinking about doing something about the Zogos, the Zogo, the reason why I wanted to be able to do some work with the Zogo was because my sister was raped during the war and she suffered post-traumatic stress disorder. And people refer to her because she had an imbalance in her mental status. People refer to my sister as being crazy.
Hmm.
And so I wanted to be able to do something for the Zogos in Liberia. But I wanted to be able to work. I didn't want to own it. I didn't want it to be my name. I didn't want people to even know that I was a part of it. And then I was thinking about who is, you know how I do it. If I want to do something, I'll put a post out there. I say, I'm thinking about working with the Zogos in Liberia. I want to be able to help the Zogos back home. But who can you recommend? And Samuel Oganti came in my inbox
Absolutely.
and said, reach out to Caleb. And it happened that at the same time I was thinking about this, I called, of course, I knew Caleb, Methodist man, Baptist man, basketball man. So when I reached out to Caleb and told him what I wanted to do to be able to help the Zogos in Liberia to start an organization, and Caleb was like, "Who sent you to me? This is like a dream come true. Who sent you to me?" He said, "I have also been thinking about the same thing." But there were a few group of women who I reached out to. It's like when you want to start something, and I want to be able to mention them tonight because I don't want to take the credit for this. I may have thought about the idea. Caleb always like to say, Glenn, I see you and I see you are Glenn. Yeah. So the organization, yes, I'm in the background, but Caleb is wholly and solely running this organization. I want to say thank you to a group of my friends who came and stood by me, who aided us for the first year straight. The first year with Zogo, we fed the Zogos on Center Street every Saturday. We fed them, and that was like on an average of $250, I believe, a week, I think, or more a month. So those are the people, of course, Agatha, Decanty, Dolores from Georgia, Eva, Mommy, who's continuing to work with Caleb. Nessie Golakai also came and assisted. Patricia Jabo came and helped. Marjorie was there. Tiola, Victor, Kuhn. Those people, when I reached out to Victor. Victor is my cousin, is a son of mine. So he's my local person. If I'm in a group, that logo is going to come from him. So all of these people, when I reached out to them and said, listen, I want us to do something about the Zogos in Liberia. And I have Caleb who's going to help us to be able to provide feeding for them. These women sacrificed their dollars. And they said without even asking me any question, they said we will be supportive of this initiative. So 3 years now, looking at Zogo, we care. And Caleb's still running it and Maine being in the background. And there's also Pastor Ray Harmon, who is also helping the Metro Church, Harvest Church. I just want to make sure that we recognize these people who have stood in the gap with us to say, let's continue. So when people are out there, they don't know what you're doing. And, they say what they want to say, they talk what they want to talk, they do. But we have Liberia at heart. Every Liberian, regardless of whether you help today or you helped yesterday or you're going to help tomorrow, there is not one Liberian who is not concerned about their country. So, Caleb, you own this. It's yours. I want to just say, hats off to you. When I say what Caleb is not doing, this man, I was telling Michael the other day, I said, sometimes Caleb can confuse me. Because one day volunteering. Then the next day he calling me, who can we send to the hospital? Then the next day he want to do youth challenge. He say, sister, I need money for youth challenge. And it's like, I said, so sometimes I just leave him and let him do it. But I think it's an amazing thing, Caleb, to have a man of your character.
Yeah.
Someone that you can trust. I can go to bed. I can send you $500 or $1,000 and trust that the children, those Zogo children, their mothers and their fathers and the babies will benefit. And then also Agatha also joined in also in making sure that every year she also sends support. So there's so many things. People may think that this is insignificant, but it is very significant for somebody to sacrifice their time to do the work that you do. So this show was to appreciate you. I know we're going to ask you a few more questions, but we want to appreciate you. We also want Agatha to talk a little bit about, we want to be able to raise some funding tonight. So I'm going to pass that over to Agatha to talk about it while we're on. And if you're moved by the work that Caleb is doing in Liberia with Zogo We Care, Agatha is gonna say a few things, say something about it on how you can make a donation. Listen, this is an honest man here.
Yeah.
This man has had I hate to say this, Caleb, but this is a Methodist preacher who has been ignored by the Methodist Church. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna put my name on that.
Leader won't be left out as man.
I will say that, but I also want to say that no matter the stumbling blocks he's had, nothing has stopped him. He has continued. I mean, the man went to a Baptist church to run away from the Baptist church. So he has continued to serve his people. So, Caleb, we appreciate you. We thank you for all that you do. We are amazed by what you do. And I will be coming home soon.
Okay.
Soon. And we will get to even talk some more there, but we want to continue. We want Agatha to say a little bit about. And if folks, thank you we don't want to leave you out because this show is not without you. Our interviewer is not here, but I'm sure she's watching. We want to say, if you're on here, please, this man has a church with all walls, no border. He will throw the chair in to the mud place, put the chair in, throw instrument, throw drum. Sometimes I wake up 6:30, can I finish sharing the church service to me? I say, look at the other man, I already sleeping. Usually I'm sleeping when the church is going on, but then I can watch it throughout the time. But I want us to give, please support. If you are not connected with any initiative in Liberia, I can tell you this is a reputable man. This is someone who you know that if you support, that your money will be used for the intended purpose. Agatha?
Yeah, so first, Caleb, I've known Caleb for a long time. One of the best point guards in Liberia. I say so. I stand by it. One of the best male basketball player we've had in my time. And even on the court, you know that Caleb was a man of honor. And I am so humbled to be your friend. I jokingly say he's my uncle. And Glennie, you couldn't have said it better. If you know me, you know that I'm a woman of integrity. I put my money where my mouth is. And if I say that I wholeheartedly support what Caleb does financially, emotionally, Caleb has never let me down. What he says he will do, he does. He's accountable. Transparency is not an issue. There are a couple of folds to this whole Zogo We Care and Metro Harvest. Mm-hmm. One is the rehabilitation, as Caleb talked about. The other is getting the people cleaned up, the rehabilitation, and getting them back into society. The second part is healthcare and the women and children. The women and children are where I come into play. I have a working relationship with Caleb that we have a lady on salary, which have one right now because he lost a staff member that I support every month. And Caleb being live when he said 2 a.m. in the morning, he gets a call and said someone is in labor. Yeah, sometimes I get that call too. I'll tell you a funny story. One night Caleb called and he said, niece, I carry somebody, carry somebody to the hospital. It's a boy. It's a boy. I think he was already at the hospital. And me, deep in sleep, I roll over and hit Mr. Joseph, we got another son, though. We got a boy. My husband turned around to me and said, you and who made weed I get, boy? It's so humbling to be able to assist these disenfranchised people. And Caleb talked a little bit about the story, but for those of you who don't know, I'll tell you a little bit what I've learned about the whole Zogo. Some of these folks were child soldiers that were introduced to illegal drugs and they got hooked on it. I also learned that they go into the graveyards and harvest the embalming fluid, and they ingest that because it makes them high. These are people that truly are disenfranchised, and it's all of our responsibility to help them. So if you have it in your heart to assist in any way, we have a cash app set up for Zogo We Care. It goes to the Metro Harvest Ministry. Michael, if you don't mind putting it up on, is $ Zogo We Care. 100% of what you donate goes towards taking someone to the hospital, providing medical care for women, children, and men, feeding them, rehabilitating them, buying basic necessities for them. So if you can find it in your heart to donate to this great cause, I promise you 100% of what you donate goes to supporting this effort. And sometimes I have to force Caleb to take something from me. When we do the Christmas present, he never once asked for anything. So it's always good to be able to support him so he gets the gratification that's his reward. If you can support his cause, you're supporting him. Caleb isn't asking for anything personally. When I say 100%, 100% of your donation goes towards these disenfranchised community. You have my word. So if you can find it in your heart, nothing is too small. 4 people donate $25, that's $100. 5 people donate $100, that's $500. We estimated about $250 to feed one community. Caleb, how many communities are you visiting now?
5.
5. So 250 for each community. 5, that's what, 1250? That's nothing.
Yeah.
Some of you spend that much on one pocketbook. You can feed thousands with just that. So please, if it's $10, if it's $25, it's whatever you can afford. I'm appealing to you today to please do so. What you donate doesn't stop us. Yes, we do have a Zelle account also. It's going to go to my personal account, but Caleb knows that we've been doing this for a while now. 100% goes to it, and we will publish it. I'll put that on the site later. Zelle is my first name is Agatha J at Verizon.net. And in the memo, just put Zogo We Care. I like I said, 100% goes towards this. So it's either Cash App, $ Zogo We Care, or Agatha J. Let me say the Liberian way. Agatha J. Agatha. I don't want nobody to make mistakes. Say, oh, the woman talking American, a Liberian woman. Yeah. So, whatever it is that you have, we would like to say Women with Words raise within this hour $1,000, but that should not be our boundary, right?
Yes.
If we can continue from now until the end of next week, let's be able to donate $5,000. That's a good working capital for the next few months for Caleb. I'm
Yes.
pretty sure with all of the folks that we have watching, if each one of you give at least $25, and if you can afford more, please do. And let's work towards giving and making that $5,000 mark. So I'm going to start. In addition to what I do every month, Caleb, I will do another $100. So I'm going to start it with $100. Someone is saying they can't find the Cash App. It's $Zogo We Care. There you go. Thank you. So I will start with the first $100. So we've raised $100 right now. We got 49 more hundred to go from now until next Friday. Next Thursday. So I want to encourage you all to do. So let's go back to asking Caleb some questions. I personally don't have no question to ask my uncle because we talk almost on a daily
I got
basis.
question.
So I will turn it over to you, Michael, so you can go ahead.
Caleb, I'm sorry. I'm trying to pull the face, and I can't pull the face. Tell me about everybody say you can play ball. So tell me why you play ball so I can be able to pull this face. Please. Yeah, I'm not disputing.
Agatha, you can tell the people who are not playing ball.
Oh,
They don't know what
Michael,
let me tell you,
I thought you were YMCA and Sport Commission board.
Listen to me.
Yes, I was.
I am not athletic, and you cannot have Agatha here, this star here, a basketball legend like Agatha, and have Caleb here and say you don't know Caleb and your own women will work. Like,
he can't put a face.
I said I can't put the face. It coming to me, but it's escaping me at the same time.
Oh, Caleb, tell him, man.
Well, I played for Uhuru Kings.
Okay.
At one time, then I went to Pythons.
I
played for the University of Liberia. Yeah.
Okay.
I
So
played for the University of Liberia, and even for Liberia, I played for Liberia for 8 years.
There you go.
Wow. Don't mind it, BL. Another O. Another O. Okay. Don't mind it, BL. Another O.
I play for Pythons at the same time.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, before my time, that's why.
You're not born at time.
He's calling us old.
Yes, that he calls us old. Please put him not to our names. No.
All right.
You better put it there.
Auntie Agara. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
While we giving thanks, I want to give some people. I want to say thank you to some people.
Go ahead.
You see, Councillor Oswald Twe.
Yes.
This man got a heart of gold. I mean, he will call me, Caleb, what's happening today? What's happening this week? Come, let's talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
How much do you need? We got from our rehabilitation program, we got 2 girls in college. One of them is doing education, and one of them is doing nursing. We got 5 boys who are in technical vocational school.
Mm.
And this man tells me, Caleb, once they want to go to school, we will do anything.
Amazing.
That's Natu's right there.
And he does much more. I want to say thank you to my staff.
Yes. Mommy, thank you.
These people, I don't know if anybody can have a staff like that.
Yeah.
Auntie Mommy.
Yes.
I mean, he treats these children like her own.
Yes.
She treats these children like her own.
Thank you.
She's up early doing breakfast. Carrying them to hospital. Adam has been with me ever since the first visit.
Don't leave anybody need. Oh, you better just say I take everybody.
I know.
No, they know. I got a new batch of people who are like, wow,
Yes,
we are
yes.
excited. We are tonight. I had some difficulties. I didn't even know if I was going to come on like this. I was telling Agatha earlier, after Glennie and I spoke, bam, Corin went. I'm like, I don't want to tell Glennie before she starts feeling discouraged. But if anything, I will go to Mama Point Hotel tonight and do this. So just rest assured, I will be there. And all as I was doing it, my wife was there, like, we need to do this. We need to do this. Then how you get into Mama Point Hotel tonight? She called somebody who was supposed to pick me up to do that. And I asked her, you going with me? He said, you know who going? I mean, yeah. I try to keep her up. I don't know how that the first woman I see in the camera business. So she refused to come to say hello to everybody, but I know she doesn't like camera.
So we appreciate her though. We appreciate her. We appreciate her.
No, I mean, she.
Michael, you had a man talking about your wife?
When all of y'all were praying for me to get one, I got one who does it over plus.
Woo! There you go.
Yeah.
That's my
So I want to say thank you to Mazo for all you do for the young people. In fact, when she would ask for Joshua, Antoinette, all the children one by one early in the morning, and I'm saying, wow, don't go that way. But I'm happy that these people are around me. They are so supportive.
That is good. That is amazing.
Like the other group in America that you mentioned, they have been like the backbone for everything that we do, and I appreciate that.
So Caleb, we appreciate you. You know what? There's always hope for people. We pray that you have a wife. Please continue to pray for me so I can find my next husband. Okay? I want to be just like you.
Those prayers work.
Let me go back to my Zogo weekend. I do want to say we have $350 right now. The 100 that I donated, another 250 from
Bikanga. Yes.
I thank you so much for that. It is not late. We still have a few more minutes. Thank you for setting the standard. I want to encourage others to please donate.
So our organization will donate $200. Okay, librarians supporting librarians initiative. As soon as I was trying to do it, I didn't want to mess up anything that we're doing here, so I just
okay.
I will do it after the show. We will donate $200 to the cause tonight. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
No, thank you all for what you guys do. You know, I'll tell you a story. Somebody just feel that me and Glenn just tied to the hip. So late one night, I can't remember who it was, some lady. I was on Facebook, of course, and she reached out to me. Said, "Oh, I didn't know you're the one doing Soccer We Care, but anyway, I will go ahead and I will contribute to it." I will tell her, I know nothing about it, yeah? Nothing. I said, okay.
Say okay.
And I thought that the best answer I could give her.
Yes. Anything involved in your inside it.
Yeah. So anyway,
Caleb, we wanna appreciate you, Caleb. We want to thank also Agatha for thinking about us using this time also to be able to raise some funding for you. I know last year was very challenging for you, but there was not a day that you gave up. Some days when you call and say, "Hey, sister," like you say, "Sister, sister, we need so sister, what happened?" I say, "Caleb, our Lord will send something." But I pray that this year will be better. I'm also praying that we get to see this year in Liberia. I'm planning to come home, so that we can do something. So you can take me to all those ghettos to see those people. To your wife, we say thank you. You wanted to say something, so we
will
wanted
get
to
there.
just say what you say. We don't want to keep you for the second part of the show. It's already been an hour. We just
Yeah.
wanted you to say, if you wanted to say party words before you leave, then you can go home, please.
I know early 1
I just
o'clock.
want to say thank you. Thank you to all of you. Thank you, Agatha. Thank you, Glennie. Thank you, Michael. Thank you to all of you who have been working in the background to make this happen. But we got a challenge at home.
Yes.
The challenge is bigger than all of us, but when we all come together, um, we can conquer the challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Our future is embedded into our children. They are our future. If we let our children die before us, we die with them.
Mm.
When I think about it that way, I think that we must do everything to let our future live on. That when you see me work with these children, the way I mean, the other night somebody called me in the ghetto at about 9:30. My wife was like, "You going there?" I said, "Yeah." They called me.
Mm.
Say, "You going there?" She asked me the question 3 times. I said, "Yeah, I'm going." And she said, when I came back, it was like 11:30. She said, "You man, suppose they were going to beat you." I said, "No."
Mm.
Because I went there, the people in that ghetto, they trust me more now that at the call I will come.
Yes. Yes.
Um, and I just want you to know that these people, even though they are where they are, people may be afraid of them. But there are times I forgot my laptop in the ghetto and they came running behind me. Papi,
Wow.
you left your laptop behind. My telephone, when I get in the ghetto, they take it and take pictures. Sometimes when I forget and I'm going, they run behind me with it.
Mm.
They want to belong.
Yes.
Even though their
Yes.
habit have made people to be afraid of them, they still want to belong.
They're human
Yes.
I
beings.
walk the graveyards with them. I I go to the ghetto with them. I've seen college graduates in these places.
Hmm.
Liberia needs us. And like I told Glenda, I haven't told you, I told my sister, my niece,
Mm.
this year, I'm moving my advocacy one step up. We'll all talk it later on. I mean, it, it has to be a place of concern.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
We
We'll
got
do that.
250,000 people, and it doesn't seem to be like an emergency for us here. When will this be a pandemic for us to treat it as an emergency? I mean, I thank you all and all that you do in the background. I want to say thanks to the board chair, Councillor Toy. Hey, my man, thank you for all you do. And I know you're coming back to Liberia this weekend. We will meet again and talk.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Caleb.
Thank
Thank
you,
you
Zoe.
so
Caleb.
Thank you, Zoe. Yeah.
Thank you, Caleb, so much. Thank you to your wife. We hope that you have a good night. We're gonna let you go and retire tonight, get some rest. But thank you to our viewers. We want to say thank you for continuing. We're not done. Don't go anywhere. But it's been an amazing. Caleb is an amazing man of God. Very trustworthy. If you want to, the Cash App information is there in the live feed. We will do a poster for it so that people can continue to donate. This man has no salary. He talks about an office staff who they have no pay. We just basically we that even give the support, we don't even have money, but we give whatever little we have to create and to have an impact in our Liberian society and to be able to help Liberians. So thank you all for sticking with us, and we thank Caleb for all that he does. Want to go on to the second part of the show. We want you to just stick with us. Don't go anywhere. Stick with us.
What's the fun part?
Yes, this is the fun part. We're gonna go to Ask Auntie so she can do her thing.
Oh dear. Okay. Was I not ready for this?
Let me. The question that
I got it.
okay.
I got it. So let me remind people what Ask Auntie is. For those of you who don't know, it's an opportunity for our audience to write in and send us any questions you may have. Relationship, money, finances, dealing with elderly parents, healthcare, whatever the case may be. We're not experts. We're women and one uncle, one son of Adam. And we have life experiences together, and we just want to offer our help. So tonight we have a couple of Ask Auntie questions. The first one is it right for a man to be held liable for child support for a child he did not father? So I guess there was this man had been paying child support for many years until the child went into adulthood, 18, and only to find out that biologically this child was not his. So the question comes up, what do you do in that instance? Michael, I'll turn it over to you first because how does that make?
I think I need a drink. I mean, this is look. I think every man should be able to share in the responsibility of raising his child. That's just out there.
Yep.
When the baby not for you, it should not in any way be your responsibility at all, unless you choose to. It should be your choice. At that point, the woman get her body, her choice. At that point, when it's not the man's biological child, it should be his wallet, his choice.
So in this scenario where the lady lied, right, and this man had been paying child support for so many years, if it was you, what would you do after knowing 18 years of paying child support for a child that's not yours?
I would swear her. I would swear. The swear will go behind her. That's the easiest swear. What? I mean, look. Here's the thing. For me, it's not the child. It's not even the money. It's the lie. It's the lie. That's for me. That's anything can happen to us that we can somehow wiggle our way out of it. In order for you to have a child that could be mine, it's very simple. You were having sex with somebody else while you were having sex with me.
Exactly.
It is that lie.
Yes.
And then keeping it.
But you know what? I'm gonna throw a little ranch. I'm gonna throw a little ranch in here.
Go ahead.
Men do that all the time.
Yes, we do.
Unfortunately, they're incapable of getting pregnant.
Yes.
So it wouldn't happen where you all get caught. But I can bet you my bottom dollar, if it was possible for a man to be pregnant, plenty of y'all would be passing around with bastard child.
The thing about men is that that's true. That's true. And because of that has made us very promiscuous beings.
Yes.
That's true. Okay?
Yeah.
Say that again.
That
was a one-time thing. And you didn't catch it the first time, that ate it. But here's the thing, though. The thing for me is the lie. Is that even that you were sleeping? The fact that you could hold that lie.
Maybe she didn't know.
She didn't know she was sleeping with two people?
She know, but she knows that they're trying not for you.
But there was the fact that you're sleeping with two people.
There was a possibility.
There's a possibility. And
Understood.
you should have been upfront. Let them. I know fathers who have experienced that, and they tell their wife, we're not doing no tests. That's my child. They done
Yeah,
with
they
it.
said married woman get high bastard.
Ah, so we're not doing any tests. I have seen where women offered and said no, let's do tests. The men say no. That's
Yeah,
my child.
that's my
We're
child.
not doing any tests. Case closed. You know?
Yeah,
But that woman has unburdened herself of the
right.
lie.
Well,
When you do that, it's just, I mean, how do I trust you again?
my friend, just the way
Yeah.
y'all can do it and be devious
They're
and
not the same, man.
deceitful, it just hurts you so much more when a woman does it. Glendy, do you have anything else to add to this? I'm gonna move on to the next one.
Move
You
on,
see,
baby.
you
Move
see,
on.
you see.
Move on.
Oh my God, look at you.
No,
Well,
but move on. Move
What
on.
sorts
Move
of
on.
peace?
now let's talk about something else. Life insurance. Let me tell you what I don't like, especially in our Liberian community. When somebody dies, they're quick to go set up GoFundMe. They now open WhatsApp chat. They put in stuff on Facebook to collect money to bury a person. I mean, I don't. In my age group, you should be old enough to have life insurance. So the question is it too late? How late is too late to get life insurance? I
I don't
said
think it's ever too late. I don't
yes.
think it's ever too late.
There you go.
My mom is 81 years old. She has life insurance.
There you go.
She has 4 children that are capable of burying her
Right.
with life insurance. You know, God has been good to all of us.
Yes.
But yet we still have life insurance for her.
Yes.
My mother, she spends majority of her time doing exactly that. What do you say? Oh, Michael, yes, I need for you to send cash app to so and so person. What happened? So and so person died.
Yeah.
That's what she spent majority of her time doing, donating to different funds. I tell her, I say, when God takes you, don't put me, I call my phone because I want to bury my mom. You know? Yes,
You're right.
don't call my phone. I want to bury my mom. Okay? So, but you are absolutely right. And some people become so comfortable in it,
Exactly.
they make no plans.
Yes. They
They just,
expect
oh, the
it.
community will bury me.
I am in 2 chat rooms right now donating money to bury someone. But I see people on Facebook in their Sunday flow. Every Sunday, every party, they're all decked up and no life insurance. People, life insurance is as low as $20, $19.99. You know, if you have no underlying condition, you're in good health, please do yourself a favor. Pay that life insurance. I learned from many years ago that some Americans get generational wealth through life insurance.
Yes.
Because they have something to leave their children. So if you can even do that, you know, get a life insurance that of high value, 100,000, even $1 million, you know, at least get one that will be able to bury you. Don't be begging here, there, and yonder. Don't let your family, don't burden your loved ones and friends to bury you. So please, all that's on their floor, I'm talking to y'all. Please call a life insurance company and find out how you too can get life insurance. Glenny, you got anything to add?
In the same vein, to my brothers out there, y'all be careful. Yeah, I'm talking about $1 million life insurance. All I get to say, oh, y'all be careful.
We in America, any foul play, they will not get money. But let's put all joke aside.
No,
We know
all
better.
jokes aside, you should.
We
You
know
just
better.
enough to bury yourself.
We should
Okay.
do better.
Yes.
We know better. We should do better. If you don't have enough to leave something for your loved ones, at least get enough to bury yourself.
Yeah. That's absolutely
Glendy?
true.
I'm on course with that. That is the truth. I mean, people need to be realistic. Sometimes it's difficult with the premium and all that. But even if you delay 1 month, you can pay 1 month, you can pay up from. It's a good thing to have. Because it's sometimes it's like some people are willing to help, but also it can be burdensome for people too. Some people are forced into helping. So it's not a bad thing to have a life insurance. It's something that we all need to be able to do and get in it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it's if $1 million life insurance is not really expensive, to be honest
No,
with you.
no, no, not
It
at
really
all.
isn't. It's $100
No.
or so, depending on your circumstance.
Yep, and how early you start. Also
And
depends
how
how early
early
you
you
start.
start.
Yes.
Right.
Don't. My mom is 81. My dad died when he was 91. My grandmother died when she was 93. I have really good genes. I'm not waiting till I eat it before I start life insurance. No. Okay.
So
Exactly.
you
So
think
yes,
you're gonna live until you're 91?
oh yes, I
Now the
believe
way
so.
he's eating that chocolate bar, I saw him chewing during the show.
Yeah, I got a headache. But she got look. But anyway, but the earlier you start,
Oh,
the earlier you start,
no.
the lower your amount.
Yeah.
And don't just think about it. Those things are even investments, okay?
Exactly.
Especially when you get certain policies, you can use it as investments later on in life. So don't just look at it like, okay, Barry, it's a very good investment. So look
You
into
know,
it, call an agent, okay? I'll
I
leave it
think
there.
we're gonna, Glenda, we should get an insurance professional out here to just speak to our Liberian people. I have a couple of contacts, and we'll bring them on the show. So if you're out there and you're listening and you have questions, just keep a lookout on the show. We're gonna make sure we have a professional to come out and talk to you all and
Yeah.
help you ask, answer any questions you may have. Do
Yeah.
we have time for one more, or are we
Yeah,
done?
we can do one
No, we
more.
can do one more.
Okay, so this one is a two-part, and it goes along the line with life insurance policy. Living will. Do you have a will? Do you have everything written down in, for when you pass away? How what would you like people to do for you? How you want to be buried? Who gets these nice earrings I'm wearing? Who gets the so your family are not fighting with each other. It's we don't like to think about death, but we know that one thing is certain: if you are alive, you will die someday.
Mhm.
So we need to prepare for that. And I always say, now that we know better, we should do better. I
Yeah.
see so many families fighting each other when someone dies because there's no will. That person did not say what they wanted after they passed away. So there's that constant fight within families. You can settle all of that. All of that you can take care of by having a will. Glendy?
I think for me the will thing really is I, I I love my dad to death. I love him to death. Unfortunately, he had no will.
Hmm.
And unfortunately for me, I am the only legitimate living child of his. Because he and my mother was married for um, a long time, 40 something or more years, broken years. And so there's a lot of property that he has that I will have to go and spend 2 or 3 months in Liberia to be able to run after them, reappropriate those areas and get them, because there's no will, because he also has other children
Hmm.
who they're also claiming some of the properties. So it's kind of difficult. It's a difficult thing to get to.
Yes.
But I think Liberians, and mind you, my mother always talked about it. The first time I went to Liberia, that was what she wanted me to do. Tell your
Hmm.
pa, let him write a will. Let
Hmm.
write a will. Let give you letter administration so you can do the things so people don't come after you later on when we're gone. And he
Right.
kept stalling and stalling. Even when I was there the year that he died, that was something that he was supposed to do. And he wasn't. And I think it takes a lot out of me that it's kind of hard to be interested in chasing the property because I don't want to fight with anybody.
Mhm.
Exactly.
So I have my
Exactly.
mother who's alive. If her name is not on there, I can fight for hers because I know genuinely she has said who she wants what to go to. But it's like I'm not in the energy. I don't have the energy to go fight my father's siblings because my
Hmm.
father was the only son of his mother, and all of his dad's property was turned over to him. So it's like
Hmm.
when I'm going out to fight because there is no will with my name
Right.
on these things, I'm not only fighting siblings, I'm fighting uncles, I'm fighting
Yes,
aunts, I'm
yes,
fighting, other relatives. So it is important that we don't see these things as being negative.
yes.
And I don't have a will now, but it's something that we need to be able to have to. I mean, and I don't think it is not even costly, and it's something that I've
No,
No, it's
talked
not.
to talked to a
not at
lawyer
all.
about. It's almost free to have it ready and then go to somebody to be able to probate it or to sign it to judge and
Notarize it. Yeah,
notarize to get it notarized or something. It's not even a difficult thing. But
it's not.
you want to be able, I want to encourage you as I am encouraged. My kids and I have talked about this. I want to encourage you to please make sure, get a will. You
Yes.
don't know when you're going to drop. You may think your children agree together today,
Mhm.
Mm,
but when you're there and they know how much property and how much money you left, that's when you're gone, they're going to say, oh no, mom didn't want you to have everything. So it's important that um one of the things I like about this show is it's also a reality show for some of us.
hmm.
Like when Mago was on here and talking about breast cancer, and I realized that I had not done a mammogram I hadn't done one. And she motivated me and I went and got it done. So
Yes.
it's like we're talking about this voting, and every day I keep pushing on. It's also important too now for me, and I'm going to challenge myself to go and get it done because no one knows when they're going to drop. So I want to encourage you out there also. If you're hearing about this, you're hearing about life insurance, go purchase something. My mother
Yep.
has her own, and life insurance. I put it on, but everything that woman can say, you finish paying that life insurance bill. I told her, I said, where you go get your own? Why do you go get your life insurance for me to be paying for it?
Yep.
She said, Piggy, grandma left that right again. Oh, I said, Mama, I gotta do it that right thing. They're not
Yep.
right again. Also, I want to encourage you all. Some of these things is that we don't want to shy away from it. We want to be realistic and we want to be
Yep.
able to involve ourselves in these things so that so that when you're gone, your children are at ease.
Yes.
They don't have to go struggle, they don't have to go begging people to
So
help them.
someone posted something, and I think I just want to comment on it. I have had one since I started having children and updated a few times. That's a
Yes.
great comment
Yes.
because some of us who've had it for a while, our life changed throughout the course of the years,
Yep.
and you have to come back and revisit it and update it and make those edits to it. Kobe Bryant, when he passed away, his last child wasn't included in his will. And no fault of his. I mean, the child was still a baby, but he didn't do it immediately when the child was born. And look what happened. He met up with his demise, and the child wasn't on his will. And I'm pretty sure that Vanessa will take care of that. But I'm just saying, God forbid, suppose you had a child by someone else that's not part of your immediate household, and you
Mhm.
want that child to be taken care of. So as things change within your life, go ahead and update that. It's very, very important. Michael?
I absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. I'm one person that I've been doing a lot of investments, and I had to update my will a couple of times. One time, my lawyer was like, "You know what? We'll just do percentage because as will be every month." So we started doing percentages just based on property. We started
Right.
doing percentages. So I have 4 children, and we just split it up, and there's certain things that a mom is going to take care of for the rest of her natural life, and after that it goes to the 4 children, and but now we just did percentage, and that helps a lot. So we didn't have to update every time I buy 5 acre here and 10 acre there. So we're just like percentages, and we'll go from there. But I think all those are really great points. um i'm always I'm always thankful when we're able to not just bring entertainment to our audience, but we're able to bring education and share
Absolutely.
light on certain things.
Yep.
I think that's a special part we play on the whole social media, and I really think it's something that we should continue to do and be known for doing such.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's all
Mhm.
of the Ask Into questions we have today. We really covered a lot. Good questions. I encourage you to send your email to gsbc@gmail.com. Whatever you can possibly think about, ask us. Auntie will be here to answer your. And if we don't know, we ask and son of Adam. And if we don't, and if he doesn't know, we will get a professional on
Yes, you
here
will.
to assist us. Like Glendy always said, this show is your show. So if there's something that you would like us to talk about, please don't hesitate to email us at gsbc@gmail.com, and also visit us on our Facebook page, Women with Words.
So almost at the end of the show, we're gonna I'm just gonna say just one of the trending topics. I actually want to mention this trending topic and give a shout out. Give me a second. I need to find, because this person actually challenged me. And I did not share what the conversation was about with the two of us, but I'm going to share it now. Hold on one second. People come in my inbox and they beat me up all the time. So that I got
Do
the
you
text. Huh?
I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
I got the text about a few days ago, and I think I got the text that night. I had a lot of fever, and I got this text, and I was like, "If that man know how sick I am today, you will not even try me with nonsense story." But so his name is actually Charrington Brandy. Charrington Brandy. He's new to the page. This was his text he sent me on January 9 at 6:20 p.m. I tried to participate in your group,
Okay.
but for some reason, I just got the impression that I wasn't welcome there. And I said, not true.
Oh.
I said, hello. I saw that you shared 3 posts. I did share them. There is one post that I'm waiting to share tomorrow morning. And he said, that's all right. I already deleted everything I have pending what I posted. I said, and I'll share tomorrow. You shouldn't have to delete them. He said, I'm going to be leaving your group. Thank you. I said, please don't be upset. Like I said, I shared 2 of the postings. There's one I'm going to keep for in the morning. He said, I was hoping my sense of humor would help. And then we talk a little bit, and he said, then I said to him, I appreciate your participation. My apologies if you feel that you're not wanted in a group. I said, but please don't leave. I said, sometimes we don't post everything. We keep some for another time. He said, then I said, but I appreciate you coming in here. So let's start all over. We have to work together. Then he said, well, I took it a different way. I think I was really sick that day. And I said, life is too short. I'm not well. I'm battling COVID. I said, but I don't want you to leave the group. Then he said, hope you get well soon. Then he said, I appreciate you responding to my message. I will stay and I will try to post 1 or 2 more times. So I want to highlight his post. The first post that he posted on the page has the highest number of views we've had in a month. One post. And this is the post. And if you go on the page, it's CHAZ. And the post is and that's Charrington Brandy, who wanted to leave. But then the first post he shared had 3,300 people that it reached. And the post said, some people will never ask for your side of the story because the side they heard fits how they want to feel about you.
I remember that.
Yeah.
And I think this is synonym to our scenario, he and I. The fact that, I kept, and then we talk a little on, and in the end, like Michael said, everybody knows Glenn. In the end, I found out that he was actually from Congo Town Baptist Church and he actually know his
gosh.
parents.
Oh Lord.
Oh gosh.
But that was before. But this is what the reason why I wanted to share this is this group is for, even though we are co-hosts for the show and all of this, we started this, but we want this group to be equally for you as
Yes.
it is for us.
Yes.
So when you share something, if I don't see it, or Gata don't see it, or Eva don't see it, or Michael don't see it to share on the page, please don't get discouraged.
It
Listen,
will come.
we're
Yeah.
not where we're gonna post it anyway. And if you feel that we do something that is not, if there's somebody in the group who you think shouldn't be there or whatever, let's talk about it.
Yes.
Reach out to us so that we can talk about it. We want this group to go, hey, listen, we want to go way, way beyond. I think we have a good thing here together, our audience and us. So we want to continue. So Mr. Brandon, you see, you are a highlight for this week.
Yes. Yes. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Brandon. We thank you for staying. And we thank you for big. And he shared a lot of. There's a post that he shared today that I gotta go. Let me close on that post. There's
Oh
a
dear.
post,
I just passed by him.
there's a post that he shared today that we're gonna end on this post here. And the post is, where is this post? And everybody is already. It's actually the first thing on the page. Is it okay for your man to display affection in public? And the man is grabbing his woman's, you know what? And it's already have 270. So is it okay, Michael?
Absolutely. It is. As a matter of fact, it is recommended.
No.
It's recommended. Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Make
here's
that
my
woman.
two said. It depends on the couple. Not every couple or every woman or every man likes PDA, public display of
I mean,
affection.
there are
So you
limitations.
need to understand what your partner likes.
What
So
does Agatha like?
it's between Agatha and Mr. Joseph. That's the polite way of saying none of your damn
Damn
business.
business.
Oh.
And you know, Agatha, that's gonna get. She's not gonna care two rats ass to tell you that. Look, folks, we had a good time today. We had a good.
Yes,
we
we
always
did.
have a
We
good
gotta
time.
give away that $25 on Glendy. Let's do
Yes.
that really quick, please.
Go
So we
ahead.
had last week on the show Monrovia Lounge. She said there was a rice dish that she added
And I have the
something to.
name. I have
Don't.
the name.
Well, I'm gonna change it a little bit.
Uh-huh.
There's
Okay.
a rice dish that she served that's become a favorite, a customer favorite, and she added something to it that's not typical to add to rice. What was that thing? Because if I say it's a fruit, people will get confused because some of us
Yeah,
won't
you
know
said fruit.
fruit has seeds or anything that got seed is a fruit. So she said she added something to it. What was that she added? For
I have a
25
winner.
gift card. You can say it the Liberian way, you can say it the American
You
way.
already,
We have
you
a
already got a
winner.
winner. Who's the winner?
Who's the winner?
Mrs. Conga Gray.
Oh, that was Craig.
What was it? What's it?
Congratulations.
She said avocado.
There you go.
Yes.
But
Oh,
listen,
were we looking for butter pear?
No, we said either.
Okay. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm not giving it to the wrong person.
we're looking for avocado. But I want to also say, and Conga Great Beatrice is what do I say?
Supporter.
A constant follower and
Yes.
supporter
Yes.
of
Thank
Winning with
you.
Words. Anything I don't want to own it. Anything we've put our hands into that she knows about, she is
Yeah.
very, very supportive. This woman is my sister till death do us part. Thank you, B Kanga. So that butter pear they can put in the rest.
Yeah. I've never seen that all the time I've been in Liberia. But I know with this, people are gonna start trying it.
Butter pear
'Cause
rest.
Yeah, I've seen it. Butter
I
pear.
don't eat butter. I don't eat butter pear with white rice and butter. My
Oh,
foods
really?
are odd and
Oh,
Bennessee.
I haven't seen that before.
Let me go back to this before we close, please. I do want to thank Calvin Johnson for his donation of $30.
Thank you, Calvin.
Awesome.
Beatrice Kanga, thank you for the $250. Is it Linsu?
Lisuli.
Linsuli, thank you for the $200. And thank you for the $100 from Mr. Joseph that he don't
Yes.
know that he donated. So remember, people. Michael, can you put that up? Just one more time.
Absolutely.
I just want to
absolutely.
remind people that we want to support the Reverend Caleb Dormah. If you had an opportunity to listen to him and you want to help in his ministry, you want to help us with our ministry of helping the women and children and the disenfranchised youth of Liberia, please cash app us to $ Zogo We Care, Zelle to me, Agatha J, AGATHAJ at Verizon.net. 100% of the proceeds will go to Caleb's ministry to help support those disenfranchised youth. So our goal is $5,000 by next Thursday. So you're going to see me coming on and talking about it, encouraging you all. How many people do we have on our thing? 5,000 now. If each person donate $1, that's $5,000. But if you can do $10, $20, whatever, I will pay the cost to send the money to Caleb. So not a penny will be used that you donate outside of giving it to Caleb. So please, please, please help us help our disenfranchised youth. I'm done.
Thank you,
Awesome.
thank you, everybody. Now let's not forget, next week we have a guest that I'm really, really proud of, and he's going to be talking about something that we're all interested in: public health. So
Yeah.
we're going to have Dr. Luke Bauer on next week.
Nice.
We're going to be discussing public health care in Liberia.
Awesome.
This man has worked with Ebola. He's worked with COVID-19. He's going to come and he's going to be talking about what an ideal public health care is like in Liberia. What are some of the challenges that they have? What can we do to help? So Luke Powell is going to be here. He's my brother from Cottington.
No comment.
None whatsoever.
No.
We're looking
He's
forward to having the doc on. Really.
Look forward to seeing you, Luke.
He's my brother from Cottington, my CUC Scorpion brother. He will be here, but on a serious note, he was telling me, he was like, Glendy, you think 30 minutes? And I said, listen, not coming to teach math over there.
That's true, man.
He's telling me, I know in Loma, I think he is one of the two. Look back in school or something. He's telling me, is there any way I'm gonna be able to show pictures and so that you see the graph? I said,
I'm excited to learn from the doctor.
Yes, he is looking forward to having. We want to make sure we give him enough time because he wants to be able to share with us what it is, what our healthcare system or what public health looks like in Liberia, what are some of the challenges they have, and some of the things we're working with. So we're looking forward to having Dr. Luke Bauer on. And then he says to me, can you please not put the doctor there? I said, I'm sorry, I am going to put the doctor.
I know that's right. You worked really hard for that. So
I said, I am not. Can you imagine if I had doctor to my name?
No, can I even imagine?
Why would not even be calling me for my first name? I would not answer y'all. I will not answer y'all.
Well, I can tell her that I'm mommy calling me Glenn. Please stop.
Exactly. Even my children, they will be calling me doctor.
I'm thinking about it. I even want to go to a nurse practitioner so they can start calling me nurse practitioner Glendy.
Oh gosh. Hold on one second, Glendy. I do want to recognize one more person. I just got a Zelle come in from Madia Kamara for $50. Madia, thank you.
Thank you, Madia. So everybody, we've had a good time here tonight. Oh my goodness. We've been lucky. We're over the time tonight, almost 2 hours. That is good, but it was worth it. We Caleb, we gave Caleb we gave him the flowers that he deserved for the work that he has been doing. And we're also going to continue. We'll do a flyer. We'll encourage people to continue to give. Yes. We want to be able to raise the $5,000. It seems like a lot, but I'm sure we can do this so that we can
close to 1,000 already.
Yes, so that we can be able to impact the lives of our young people. Closing comments from Black Santa.
Once again, thank you all for sticking with us. And we know we went way over the time, but it was worth it. Was the conversation was beneficial.
Yeah.
Caleb wanted to give him that time to really get out, what his concerns out about, the less fortunate in the ghettos of Liberia. So I think it was great. I think I'll talk about just the whole thing about the will and the responsibilities of those things were awesome. And thank you, ladies, once more for having me on. I appreciate it when you guys give me that space for me to represent my brothers in the world of women. I want to encourage my young men out there. Please, please be more active on. I know there's a handful core group that are there. Invite your other brothers, women out there. Invite your husbands, your boyfriends, your baby daddies,
Your little
your
side squeeze.
yes. Invite them to the show. Don't be selfish. That's natural thing for you, but that's okay. Don't be selfish with this. There's enough for everybody. All
Yes.
right.
I'm
Thank
going
you
to
guys
invite
again.
everybody. Everybody already know they invited.
Yes.
All the inboxers, y'all come out.
There you go.
We
Start
still
calling
gotta
you
have
out.
that show.
Yes. I got that closing comments.
Thank you all again for joining us. Remember, we still have this challenge we have up until next Thursday to get $5,000 to Caleb. I encourage you all to visit the Cash App and the Zelle. 100% of it goes. I want to highlight something Caleb said. The folks in Liberia, you can build as many fences as you want, as high as you want. Your children, yourself, and have to integrate with these people. So if you do not solve the problem that Caleb spoke about, you are going to somehow be impacted by it. So I encourage you to please do something instead of building. The more money you have, instead of building a fence, build a longer table so people can come and join. That's why I help. I help because I know what it is to not have. So now that I have a little bit, I'm going to give my little bit. Thank you so much for joining, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
And before we go and we end it, we skipped the trending topic in Liberia. It was the centennial, but we will talk about it next week.
Oh,
We will
we'll talk about it next
definitely
week.
have to talk about the bicentennial. I am not going to let that go. You hear me?
No, we will talk about the $4,000 person. Oh, we talking about it. I'm ready.
Next week, we're going to be talking about all those settlers that came on the Elizabeth or Miss Elizabeth ship. Okay, folks, thank you for watching. Until next time, we will see you all. Next week, we'll be here. Auntie Beauty, we love you.
We love you, Eva. Miss you.
Bye, everybody.